Mr. and Mrs. North, starring Barbara Britton and Richard Denning.
Well, here's one that killed a man. And I saw it happen. The dead man was a native of Mindanao in the Philippine Islands. And he could very well have been a formidable figure in open combat, but it never came to that. Because his enemy, the one who hated him, made this wax doll that you see here. A revolting little fellow, isn't he? The killer obtained this wooden object, a personal possession of the dead man, and then, after making the proper incantations, drove it through the skull of the doll. Oh, did I ever tell you how I obtained this poison dagger?
But, Bert, I don't think I understand. What happened? With the doll, I mean.
My husband has a fine feel for the dramatic digression, Miss Whitman. You'll learn that in time.
The recipient of the death doll died within 12 hours, Anne, screaming, clutching his skull, obviously out of his mind with pain and terror.
Wow. Is that story part of one of your lectures?
Haven't decided yet. Don't you think that some of the ladies in the audience might find it rather disturbing?
This lady did. And to think when I was a little girl, I used to like to play with dolls.
But you've outgrown the habit now, haven't you, darling? I mean, after all.
Have you taken care of our hotel reservations for the tour, Miss Whitman?
Why, yes, Mrs. Dixon. As a matter of fact, I've received confirmation on all of them.
You understand, of course, that our hotel suite must be in a quiet location. I suffer from...
Yes, we know. Now, don't worry. It'll be all right. Tomemos and liquor. A please.
No, muchas gracias. Are you coming to work for us again, Garcia, while Mr. and Mrs. Dixon are away?
Oh, please, Garcia. You said you enjoyed yourself the last time. And Jerry gained 5 pounds.
Muchas gracias, senora. I would like very much to.
Garcia, venga aquí. You clumsy fool!
Perdóname, patron. Lo siento.
No, es usted culpa. Now take this stuff back into the kitchen and don't worry about it.
Muchas gracias, senora.
That was a fine exhibition of your famous courage.
You've been spoiling for an argument, haven't you? Shall we have it right now?
Are you putting me on the defensive?
That's a switch. You and your moods, your medicines, and your ailments. You have me to the point where I'm apologizing for being alive and well.
My doctor says...
Your doctor? You don't need a doctor. You need a psychiatrist. Why don't you stay home and see one instead of dragging all over the country, hanging on my neck?
What are you saying, Press? You can't mean that you don't
Can
want...
I make it any plainer? Frankly, I think a little vacation would do us both a lot of good. A little vacation from each other.
Well, we're leaving now, Prescott. I'll check with you in the morning. My advertising man has your schedule all set up. Book autographing sessions, literary teas, you know the routine.
I have a copy of the schedule, Mr. North.
Oh, good. Well, if there are any questions, we can get together in the morning.
Fine. You can phone me, and I... That's odd.
What is it?
I've never seen this one before.
How can you tell? It looks like part of your collection to me.
No. And this is my tie clasp that I haven't been able to find all week.
Very dramatic. Your coats are in the guest closet.
Is this your idea of a joke?
If I had made it, I wouldn't have been joking.
Wouldn't work. I'm not the superstitious type.
No. You're the great Prescott Dixon. A highly civilized man who beats his servants and betrays his wife.
I'm sorry I struck Garcia. I lost my temper. I owe him an apology. As for you...
Yes, what about me? Do you think another apology is going to take care of that?
I have no intention of apologizing to you, Edith. Whatever has happened, you brought on yourself.
Brought on myself? Why, I've ruined my health and wasted my life just to be with you.
Stop being a martyr. There's nothing wrong with this marriage that you couldn't cure with a little honest self-appraisal.
That's right. Justify yourself for running off with another woman.
Ann Whitman? Look, Ann is the tour manager appointed by Lecture Bureau. That's all she is.
What kind of a fool do you think I am?
Several kinds, since you ask. And I'm becoming pretty tired of every one of them. I'm getting out of here.
You're not leaving me, Press. I'll kill you before I let you walk out.
Put that down.
Stay away from me, Press. I'm warning you. Press! Press!
Señora, ¿qué pasa?
I'm in trouble. Terrible trouble.
What is it, señora?
You must help me. There's been an accident.
¿El señor Dixon?
Sí, es muerte.
Es muerte.
He was beating me because I was trying to protect you.
El patrón es muerte.
I've been your friend. Now, I need you. You must help me.
But, señora,
You must take this and throw it away.
the police.
No, please trust me.
I'm afraid, señora.
It's all right. It's only a small thing. You must take the gun to the park and throw it in the lake. Comprende?
Throw the gun into the lake.
Sí, enseguida. I'll be waiting. Oh, do this for me, Manuel. I promise you'll never regret it. Give me the police, and hurry!
Gracia! Stop!
Good night, Doctor, and thank you. You just try to relax, Mrs. Dixon. I'll be right downstairs.
But what if Garcia comes
Now,
back?
don't you worry about Garcia. We'll take care of him. Good night. And Mrs. Dixon ran into Garcia just as he was making his getaway. He tried to attack her, but she broke loose. And when she phoned the police, he took off. I just can't believe it. The little guy must be out of his mind.
Poor Edith. How is she, Bill?
The doctor says she's in pretty good shape, considering what she's been through.
I'm going to her.
Oh, wait a minute. Before you do, there's something I want to check.
Oh, what is it?
Mrs. Dixon says that her husband struck Garcia earlier this evening.
Well, that's right. We were there. Anything else?
No, not at the moment. A prowl car spotted Garcia in the park, and he hid off in the bushes. You know, that guy's really a cat.
Which way do you think he's heading?
Well, my guess is uptown to the Spanish section.
Well, if you don't mind, Bill, I'd like to tag along. I speak the language a little, and, well, Garcia knows me.
Well, it could be useful, but what about Pam?
Well, if I know Pam, she'd rather stay with Mrs. Dixon. They will be all right here, won't they?
Oh, sure. I got a man outside, and I got a whole flock of men combing the neighborhood.
Good. Come on, let's go.
All right.
Pam, I just want to let her know we're leaving.
All right.
Oh, Jerry, I think I'd better stay here with Edith tonight. Do you mind too much?
As a matter of fact, I knew you'd feel that way. I just wanted to say goodnight. You'll be all right. Bill says he has police all over the neighborhood.
Well, the question is, will you be all right?
Oh, I think I'll be able to find my pajamas. Anyway, I want to ride around with Bill for a while. Good night.
Good night. Good night, Bill.
Pam,
Yes, dear?
I can't thank you enough for staying with me like this.
Well, what are friends for, Edith?
I know I should be terrified alone. Every sound I heard, every shadow that moved. I know I'd think it was Garcia coming
Now,
back.
you heard what Jerry said. The police are everywhere.
They'll never catch him. I know. I know these little men from the jungle. They move so quietly. So quietly. You never know when they're going to slip into the room and try to...
Now, look, Edith. I know you're terribly upset, and I understand why after all you've been through tonight, but I know Bill Wygant. And if he has to take New York apart a stone at a time to find Garcia, that's exactly what he'll do. He'll find him. Now, you go back upstairs to bed.
Stand back. Open up in there. Open up, it's the police. Come on out.
Sorry, friend. Lo sentimos. Dispensemos.
Let's go.
Senora North, ayudarme. Help me. You must help me.
Why did you do it, Garcia? What made you shoot Mr. Dixon?
Senora, I don't. No!
Edith! Edith, what are you doing with that gun?
He killed my husband. I'm going to get him. He got away. Over the fence.
Hello? Garcia, where are you? ¿Dónde está? Sí. Sí. Otra vez?
What does he say? What?
Garcia, you must give yourself up. No, wait. Look, if you're innocent, I'll help you. No, they won't shoot you. I give you my word.
Ask him if he can come here.
Oh, he'd never make it. Garcia, I'll arrange everything. Look, and you won't be hurt. That's a promise. Sí. Sí. When? ¿Cuándo? ¿Dónde está? Bien, lo más pronto posible.
Well, what's happening? Tell me.
Got to reach Bill.
But what is it? Where is he? Oh, Jerry.
I'm keeping a man on your door during the day, Mrs. Dixon. I've also got an extra man on during the night. I'm sure that you'll be all right.
Hello? Oh, yes, he's here. It's for you, Lieutenant. It's Jerry. He says it's urgent.
Thank you. Yes, Jerry. What?
It's got to be that way, Bill. I gave him my word. All right. But I'm not going to have you getting yourself shot full of holes. Where is he? And that's the address. Now, how soon will you pick me up?
In 5 minutes.
I'll be waiting.
Mrs. Dixon. Mrs. Dixon, I'm leaving now. Be careful answering your door. The officer outside will screen any callers, but it's a good idea for you not to take any chances.
Yes, Lieutenant.
Bye-bye. Don't let anybody in that doesn't have business here. I'll be back later.
Stay there, Ben.
But,
Stay in the car or go home. I mean it.
all right, Bill, I'm sorry.
Okay, let's go.
Wait a minute. He expects me alone. Can't tell what he'll do if two of us walk in there.
That's the chance we'll have to take.
Believe me, the odds are better if he sees me first and I have a chance to talk to him.
All right, but if you're not out in 5 minutes, we're coming in.
Okay. Now relax, Bill. Garcia. Hey, Garcia. ¿Dónde está? Garcia. Aquí.
Stay here. Come on. Jerry! Over here. You all right, Jerry?
I'm all right. Watch out.
Look. Toss your gun out, Garcia, and come out with your hands up.
Bill, wait!
Head him off in the alley.
It's just grazed. You'll be all right.
Jerry!
Right here, Pam.
Oh, Jerry, darling, are you all right?
Oh, sure. Fine.
I thought I told you to stay in the car.
Yes, but
Oh, she's an old-fashioned type wife, Bill. Gets nervous when people start shooting at her husband. And so does her husband.
You two get back in the car. Come on. Right. I'll check back later. Well, Garcia's still on the loose, and there's no trace of the guy who winged Donovan.
I just don't get it. Why should Garcia take all that risk to lure me into a trap? Why me?
That's a good question.
And if Garcia was really ready to surrender, then why did his friend in the balcony take a shot at me and then shoot Donovan?
I don't know. Maybe he thought Garcia wasn't in enough trouble.
maybe he wasn't a friend of Garcia.
Well, that's a nice new theory, but I'm afraid it has a fairly big hole in it.
Of course, if he wanted to eliminate Garcia, why didn't he shoot him instead of Donovan?
I don't know. He's nearsighted. Or it was too dark. Maybe he wanted the police to do his dirty work for him.
Now, Pam, you're just being silly. Why should anyone want to eliminate Garcia, especially in such a roundabout way?
Questions, questions. If you two are so smart, why don't you come up with a few answers?
Take it easy, Pam. I don't think you're being silly.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're very welcome indeed. I thought I heard a scream.
Oh, I dozed off and the doorbell awakened me from a very bad dream.
A nightmare?
Well, yes, but what is it? Have you...
Yes, we caught up with him.
Is he dead?
No, he's badly wounded. An ambulance picked him up. He's in an emergency hospital.
Have you talked to him?
No, he's in a coma, and there's a chance he may never come out of it again. As a matter of fact, I've already taken the guard off your door.
What? Oh, yes, of course.
By the way, have you left the house at all today, Mrs. Dixon?
No. Why do you ask?
Oh, just a pointless question, really. The guard on duty would have reported it, of course.
Yes, of course. Is there any chance that...
That may be for me. I left this number at the hospital.
Hello? Yes, he's here.
Thank you. Hello? Oh, just a moment, Doctor, please. Would you excuse me, Mrs. Dixon? This is official business.
Yes, certainly.
Go ahead, Doctor.
And he's regaining consciousness. Good. What's the room number? 506. I'm on my way.
Take it easy, Mrs. Dixon. You can't talk your way out of this.
What do you mean? I thought he was the man who killed my husband.
I see. Is that why you tried to murder him?
Yes, I knew it was wrong.
It won't work. We won't buy it any more than we buy those death dolls that you've been planning. You could have killed Garcia at the warehouse this afternoon, but you didn't because you wanted us to do it for you, if possible.
That's a lie.
It's the truth, and we can prove it. Mrs. Dixon, we're going to take Garcia alive, perhaps before the night is out. Well, why are you afraid of that? What is he going to tell us?
Ahorita está lista la comida y qué sabrosa. Querida esposa.
What?
I just said you knew the language.
The senora say dinner is ready and is delicious. Then she say, you are her beloved wife.
No, tú es mi querida esposa y yo estoy su querido esposo. No esposa.
He say that you are his beloved wife and he is your beloved husband.
Oh, sí, señor.
Mr. and Mrs. North is directed by Paul Landers. Produced by John W. Loveton. A John W. Loveton production. Starring Barbara Britton and Richard Denning. Featuring Francis DeSales.